Hi guys, after a long while, welcome back to Eureka Plays. I have to apologise for being away for a while. So, to explain, the anniversary update hit. We received Colosseum and the new era. It didn't quite pan out as I thought it was going to be. So, in the last video, I did make a sweeping statement that we'd create a new guild and we'd get some new players in together and make most of the light side tokens that were coming in. Sorry, the light speed tokens that were coming in, and we'd get a new guild going. I played it on my what I'm calling my YouTube account. It didn't quite go as I thought. I didn't think that we'd get much out of creating a whole new guild. So I thought I'd take the time and I would play through the era, kind of get to grips with it, understand how it was working, what was happening, and then form my opinions from there and make any sort of video from there. So, here we are. The first era is gone. We'll discuss that. The second era is here. We'll discuss that. And there's some new mechanics, or newer mechanics from the Colosseum that are coming into play that I think we need to talk about. Most people will have this already, but it's kind of my view and my feedback. So let's start first of all with the era that was. So as you can see, I made out okay. There was some money spent. I'm not sure if it was entirely worth it. So we managed to get them all up to, I think it's 75, era level 75, so that we get them to relic. I've thrown some relic levels on some of them since. Darth Vader, I went a bit more over the top with, because he was the last era tune. And what we found out was that the era rewards that you're getting on the actual event when the tune is released, they scale. So you don't get very much on the first one, but the last one you get enough to bring them all up to level 75. Now I was fortunate enough as well to take them all to at least 5 stars, which meant that I could do the Maul event and get him to 5 stars, which was great because that came with the 5 lightspeed tokens. The amount of lightspeed tokens that are flying around now, I think, is, well, it's a double-edged sword. It's a good thing because we're unlocking a load of legacy things quicker now, and I think that seems to be the direction that CG wanted to go. You know, kind of where the legacy stuff's been out, it's been there for ages. They want to kind of get that done, move on to the new stuff that they're releasing. Fine, understand it, and actually made out quite well. What I was able to do with the amount of tokens that I received, both from the Colosseum and from the Maul event, was to finish a load of farming that I hadn't done. So we managed to get Jar Jar Binks. With the 5 tokens that you got from the Maul event, I just straight away plugged it into those 4 Gungans. I think I had to put 1 or 2 levels on each of them, but fine. Balin Skull, we also managed to unlock, and we used the Colosseum light side tokens on these, and then threw a couple of levels on the end of them. Again, something that would have taken me a long time because, you know, let's be honest, those 3 weren't anywhere near the position they needed to be in. Bo-Katan. I unlocked Bo-Katan, but I don't think there might have been 1 or 2 light side tokens on there, but not very much. And then lastly, and most recently, we managed to get the Leviathan event done, and that did use some of these light side tokens, and that's great. I can't complain. I'm getting a load of characters. The drawback is you're getting a load of characters to relic quickly, and there are some characters that you will be tempted to put the light speed token on and get them up to relic, but the mods aren't there. Especially for myself, I know that other people are going to have to sit there and go through some of these characters that they've used the light speed tokens on and bring their mods up to snuff. However, I'm not complaining. In fact, more opposite to that, I would wholeheartedly suggest it. So, these 4 I would go for. Only because Carbonite one's got up to gear 12, which is great, but if I'm going to spend some tokens on them, I'm going to save up and get the 5,000 ones. So each of the Erodium ones do separate things. So this one looks at attackers, this one looks at tanks, we have support, and we have healers. Now, we also have, as you can see, the coaxial servo motor there, which is the Relic 10 gear that you need, and you can only get it here. Relic 10 is good, but I think where most people are at the minute, Relic 9 is a push. I have what I would call a smattering of Relic 9s, nothing ridiculous. Most of the Relic 9s that I've got are due to that being the requirement on the farm. Scorch was different because I've got Lord Vader, and Lord Vader was my choice of the Relic 10 for the free Relic 10 gear that we got at the start of the anniversary update. But apart from that, there's nothing there that I'm pressing to get to Relic 10. There's a few that I'd like to, but to me they can wait. So, sorry, if we go back into the era shipment, the Lightspeed token's going to take them up to 6 stars and Relic 5, and abilities up to Relic 6. So I've been working through and picking the ones that suit me best to help out with my farming plans. My goal is to get all these, because that's going to bump up my GP, and let's be honest, some of those I'm not going to bother farming. I've got my Ewoks, Hoth Rebel Scout. I don't need him. I've got no use for him at the minute. It might come in, it might be great, but I'm not going to have him in that team, and I don't use him at all at the minute. So if I can work my way through these and actually pick up the ones that I'm not going to farm, Ugnaught. There was a lot of people that took the R9 Ugnaught. I think there was an R9 Ugnaught Lightspeed bundle. I couldn't justify it. It'd be great for a laugh, but I'm not going to spend money on it. My Night Sisters, yeah, I'd take them up to Relic 5. And what this allows me to do is, as well as using the Lightspeed tokens to upgrade characters, I can focus on other ones. So I've been quite bad that some of the Conquest characters I haven't focused on because I've been focused on other things. So Jedi Master Mace, I went and filled up some of my Galactic Legends I didn't have with Leia, Ahsoka Tano, and Jabba the Hutt. We've had a push to focus on Grand Inquisitors. There's stuff that I've been doing that's taken precedence, and for me that's the way that I've wanted to do it. So I've now gone back and focused on some of my Conquest characters. So Taron Malachus, I had sitting at gear 12 for ages. I've just taken him up to Relic now. I can focus on these because I know that I'm going to be getting my light side tokens. And let's face it, you don't have to really go stupid to get good rewards. So I'm currently at rank 39, and it's the worst I've done so far at the start of this era. I've been getting 500 every day so far, because I've been between 11 and 30, and that's great because every 10 days I'm getting a Lightspeed token. A bit longer now, I've gone down to 300, but I'm hoping that'll pick up. I'm just not happy getting any gear at the moment, which takes me into the next part, which is the era units. So my Clayer is currently at era level 25. If I wanted to level up, I need these Mark III ability modules. Now I don't have any, and the only place that I can get them is a reward in the Colosseum, but I can't level up at the minute to get that reward, or I can buy it, and I can't justify buying it at the minute. I might do later on, but at the moment I'm just going to hope that when the next one comes out, which is in 2 days, that's going to give me a sufficient bump to get to the next tier on Colosseum. And now with that, what I mean is these rewards. So we have Mark II, and we've got Mark III. So I only need a little push to be able to get that, so I don't see the point in paying for it at the minute. And the bigger point is the better rewards are towards the end of the era, where they start, really scaling in the actual marquee event. So I kind of rambled for a bit, but the gist of it is there are pluses, there are negatives. Colosseum can be very, very repetitive. The gearing, I think CG have kind of lent more into the how much money can we make. There's a lot that's hidden under a paywall there if you're not prepared and willing to wait. Are the characters really worth paying for? Who knows? Some of these characters I'm going to have to wait until they become farmable so that I can get them all to 7 stars, and then I'll have to split some of my other teams to find out where I can put these anniversary era tunes in. And actually I have to make a decision, do I want to split those teams and put them in? I would definitely say focus on the Lightspeed tokens. I keep calling it Lightspeed tokens. That's going to help with your legacy farming, and it's also going to mean that you can bring up some characters that you're maybe not going to farm, or it will help you out on your journey guide farming. The Lightspeed tokens can give you a big boost there, and pretty much they're free. You don't have to pay for them, you just have to do your Colosseum every day. So at the moment the biggest payoff I think is the Lightspeed tokens over Relic 10, but if you're later game and Relic 10 makes more sense to you, then go for the Relic 10. So yes, we made some leaps and bounds. We're getting to grips with the era system, and trying to work out what the best way to manage that system is. I haven't got very far on my YouTube account because the era wasn't really working that great for free to play, and I've seen people do this, say this on the last one, because they could get 3 stars, 4 stars on their characters, but they weren't going to get 5. They can get 3 stars, but they weren't going to get the 4 stars or the 5 stars without paying to get some of their packs, to get some more shards. And there are some free to play people that are just, that's their line in the sand, don't want to do it, which is fine. I've got people like that in my guild, and I've said to everyone, I as the guild leader, I would never push anyone to buy anything. If they want to play the game without spending any money, then they're a better person than I am. You know, all fairness to them. So we'll see how it goes. And as I say, I've kind of rambled a bit, but thanks for listening. I hope this kind of gives you some feedback about the era system from my eyes. We're going to keep playing it, obviously, and seeing what we can do, and maybe managing our expectations better for the next era system. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening through the ramble. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Share the video if you've got other people in your guild that need to see it and it helps them out. I am back making videos now, and we'll see how we go, and hopefully we'll get another one out soon. So thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.